Hello again and welcome to That Handicapping Show at bloodhorse.com. I'm Tom Lamar, joined again by Pete Dank. We'll be looking at two races on a very, very busy stakes racing weekend. We're going to look at two turf races, the Grade 1 American Oaks at Hollywood Park and the Grade 3 American Derby at Arlington Park in Chicago. We're going to start with the American Oaks field of 9. Some horses from overseas, really nice field for this race. Pete, why don't we start with that one? You can talk about who you like and how you see the race setting up.
You mentioned two overseas horses. That's Miss Cato and Nayara. Whenever I see overseas horses shipping in for a big turf race, my eyes are drawn to their PP lines pretty quickly. It looks like Miss Cato, she doesn't have any group races, but she's coming out of a really live field.
Yes.
And as opposed to Nayara, who set the pace in the Epsom Oaks and finished way back, looks like Nayara's best form is actually at 7 furlongs. Pace setter going 1.5 miles. Now she's going to try 1.25 miles. Maybe this is her distance. I expect her to show some speed in here. Ultimately, I don't think I'm going to land on either of these Europeans. I think Miss Cato's going to get bet, and I'm not sure I like Nayara. The local filly, Lady of Shamrock, she was purchased privately off a really nice maiden win at Churchill, and she has just looked stellar since getting out to the West Coast under John Sadler. Absolutely nothing phony about her running lines. I think 3 wins and a second, and in that last race in the Honeymoon Handicap, I think she was actually definitely the best horse in that race, and that run gave me some confidence that she'll be able to handle the added distance. So if I can get any kind of a square price on Lady of Shamrock, I'm just going to stick with the local horse here.
Okay. I'm going to stick with a U.S.-based horse, but not a local horse. Colonial Flag ships in from the East Coast from Michael Matz. Again, ran her top figure last time out in the regretted Churchill Downs, a Grade 3 stakes. Pleasant tap out of a Smart Strike mare. I think she should be able to handle the added distance, and quite frankly, I've been waiting to watch her run at a longer distance. Again, shipping in from shipping in from the East Coast to California. She drew the outside post 9. Rajiv Mirage picks up the mount for the first time. Again, I don't know what kind of price she'll be, but I'm willing to take a chance on an improving 3-year-old filly here. And again, it's a good race. For the show purposes, I'm just going to pick Colonial Flag, although obviously there's a lot of ways to go in this race, which I'm sure Pete will do when he makes his picks. So, the American Derby at Arlington drew more horses than I thought it would, because there was some question about whether Silver Max would show up. He was dropped in the entry box. Again, speedy horse on the stretch out. What do you think of the race?
Silver Max, he's won 5 in a row. He's I think if you ever wanted to compare a horse to a luxury sports car, this is a fitting one. This is a really fast horse. He runs fast fractions early. He comes home fast. Looking for reasons to bet against him, he's stretching out in distance. He's never gone more than 1 1/16 miles. We're going 1 3/16 miles here. So there's a little bit of a double jump there in the distance stretch out. I'm going to try to beat him. The horse that I landed on is Sachem Spirit on the outside. Really like this horse. He graduated at Fairgrounds, won a really good maiden race at Keeneland. The runner-up came back to win a stake at Monmouth. Then he goes to Arlington, and he's got the loss to Silver Max, but Sachem Spirit got sandwiched at the start of that race. He was actually last out of the gate, and he had been, usually sitting just off or on the pace in his previous races. He put in a really long, sustained run to try to catch up with Silver Max in that race, and he was definitely second best on that day, but he's got a long, loping, powerful stride. I like him getting a little more distance. Maybe with a clean break from the outside, he might have to keep Silver Max kind of within his sights, which I don't know for sure if he can match him early, but Sachem Spirit looks like a horse with a lot of talent to me. So
all right,
he's the only horse that I can really make a case for being able to potentially run down Silver Max in here.
All right, he did draw post 10, but once again, 1 3/16 miles. There's a long stretch run into the first turn. I don't see the post impacting this horse, or quite frankly, the field in general. I'm going to spread out a little bit here. Romans has 3 horses in the race. Of course, Silver Max is 1. Cosetti, who ran second to Silver Max in Indiana Downs, and Quick Wit, who has really woken up in 2 grass starts. For win betting purposes, I'm going to pick Quick Wit. I think he'll be the longest. Well, he may not be the longest of the 3, but I think he will be. I'm going to use Silver Max. Sachem Spirit looks good to me, and the Pizza Man, a state bred, who's 3 for 3 on the turf. So anyway, again, if you beat Silver Max, you probably score big in this race, but I still think you can make some money even using him in your exotics. So those are the 2 races this week. We'll be back again next week. Lots of racing action, I'm sure, on tap as well. For Pete, I'm Tom. This was That Handicapping Show. Have a great weekend.